Jeremy here, coming to you March 30th, 2018. This is going to be documenting the journey that I make in my yard as I take it from where it's at today to hopefully something a lot better by the end of the season. My yard started last year. In February, we started our landscaping. We put it all in ourselves, didn't have any professional help, anything like that. We have taken it from February to June, got all our landscaping and everything done, and we had it hydro-seeded on June 2nd. So I'll include some pictures of what we had. I don't have a lot from last year, but we're starting it out at this point in time, and we're going to be moving forward just to see the progress that we make. It's not perfect by any means, but that's what I'm trying to do is, make the corrections and the fixes as we go throughout the 2018 season. Hopefully those things that we change and that we improve can help others, or even looking back on it. March 30th, 2018. First time out in the yard for the season. Yard was established last year in June. We got done and had it hydro seeded. So this is a hydro seeding. Just getting out into the yard and trying to figure out all the projects for this year. Going to be mowing it today and putting some Milorganite down. Just going to go around it just to document where we're at. All the major flaws coming out of the winter, as you can definitely see. Got to step up the game in the beds, the tree beds. Down the side, I'll have it. We have a lot of minerals in our secondary water that stain our fencing. So if you can see the staining, it's really bad in the back. We'll take a look at that in a moment. As you can see, I have a lot of weeds and stuff growing up under. One day looking to put a curbing underneath it, an edge guard. Back up here, one of the beds. We have been in the beds, kind of getting them together, pulling weeds. Not perfect yet, still have a couple stragglers, but definitely can see that it's moving up. Up here, that go ahead and wraps around the side of the house. Didn't put anything in this lower part last year. This year we've planted bulbs of different styles and stuff. Got them offline. Gonna see what comes up. As you can see, there are a few tulips that are popping up in there. As you can see, it just kind of wraps around the edge, comes down and through. Nothing was put in here, so I ran drip tubing in it. I'm not an expert on this stuff by no means. I feel like I did a better job on this side once I started looking at it. As you can see, I ran two solid little tubes down through there to give me some good watering. And then over here, just kind of put them in. Gonna see how it works. Had drip tubing last year, but it was the first time attempting it, and so don't know exactly how well I did, because as you can see, some of my plants were struggling. Still early. Some of the plants are starting to get buds and everything. But as you can see, got some long and short patches in through here. Got the skid steer, leveled it out, got an excavator, put it in ourselves. Did have the curbing professionally installed, did have the hydro seed put in, but we had leveled it out and everything, and I didn't realize how imperative it was to loosen up the ground prior to hydro seeding. I had done a light tilling on it, but nothing major. But everywhere they dug the lines for the right here for our sprinkling system, you can kind of see how it's long right in through there, and then coming down through here, but how it's short and I have patches. What had happened is we drove the excavator on it, so it's super compacted. We did do an aeration last year, loosened up the top portion of it, and the game this year is going to be moving forward with Milorganite again as my main go-to fertilizer, because as you'll see from some pictures, it was popping last year as far as the color, and gonna go with some RGS products. As you can see, it was really loose over here, so it's grown and it's way overgrown. Gonna do a nice little mow in a little bit. Moving to the backyard, this is where it really struggled. It's where it really struggled last year, so there's a lot that's got to go on back here. This was existing turf that we got from our builder, so it's not as good quality as what I got from my hydro seeding, but you can see as far as our secondary water, it's just nasty. Going to be doing some videos on how we clean that up and get that all taken care of. The good thing about it though is, as you can see, it's dirty. It's just a little bit of elbow grease and this stuff does go away. So when we apply a little bit of elbow grease, there's going to be some progress made in that ballpark. So one of the things is that I have some holes that I have to fill. My dogs decided that they like to dig. Right here, the sprinkling system, since this was already established, has been creating a divot. You can't really see the divot very well, but as I'm walking down it, I can definitely feel it. So there are divots and stuff that I do want to level. I'm going to use a sand method that I had seen. I do have really rock hard clay. Stuff is nasty, and there's no give in that. Over here, this is going to be another project for probably not this year, but that is future plans over there. But filling in the divots, and then over here looks like, because I did a overseed after I aerated last year, it is starting to fill in a little bit. You can see it's still patchy. There's patches and stuff, but I feel like that this year, with the solid regimen of Milo and RGS, that I can get a really good response out of it. Sorry about the shadows, it's early morning, as you can hear all the birds and everything. Back here, looking really good actually, because last year this was like a bare patch right across the back part back here. Couldn't get the excavator in there and stuff back here, so it was stuff that I had to do by hand. As you can see, there's a couple of patches. Some sprouts coming up in there though, really positive. Same thing over here, those are my two patches. It was really patchy in here, but it looks like it's filling in pretty good. Another patch right there, and just a little bit more patchiness back here across the back fence. We really focused on the front yard last year. As you can see, I have some sticker weeds, a couple of things that need to be addressed back here. That'll be hitting some of the weed and feeds and different things that we do have going on, and probably horrible terminology with the weed and feed, but the company who did the hydro seeding provided a service for the first year, and so going to take full advantage of that. As an overview, you know, it's a lot better than where we were last year. We didn't have nothing last year, a lot of hard work, as I'll go ahead and show you from some of the photos that I post. And I'll go ahead and post the after I get done mowing it, and the fertilizer out down. Some video of some early season domination. Have it nice and green early already. Nothing's been applied since last year. Last year it was just a Milo schedule. And as you can see right here, we're much greener than up here. Here, let it focus, and right over there, as you can see. It goes that way all the way through the neighborhood, and as we pull in from the road, you can see that's the main pull-in. I do have the yard of first mention right here, so I catch that early dominance real quick. As you can see, same thing. That's the same thing all the way down. Sorry for the blurriness, just using an iPhone. All the way down, as you can see. So early domination, a little bit of domination line. So the neighbor's yard coming up and in, and you can kind of tell where this starts coming up. A little bit of after footage after I mowed and threw down a Milo app. Only threw down the Milo app up in the front and mowed. And I threw down Milo in the back, so nothing's changed in the back. But as you can see, it doesn't take stripes very well just because it's not very thick yet. I don't know if it's showing up on the camera. Sun is behind me, so there should be a little bit of color deviation. But I know over here normally I can see it pretty decently, because it's decently thick over here. So a little bit of difference. Thanks for watching. As my first YouTube post, as far as this goes, and as far as an editing video, a little bit rough, but you know, we'll work through the bumps. It's more about the yard than anything, documenting where we're at, what's going to take place, and how we've progressed through the season, to be able to look back on that. I appreciate everybody for watching. Like, subscribe below. You know, look forward to seeing what we can come up with over the season. And if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to post them below. I definitely love it, because I'm going to be doing research, and so if I'm actually getting feedback below, it just goes and makes my research a lot easier. Thanks.